All right, so leg press. This one, we're gonna focus on quads here, but remember, this is gonna be very applicable to glutes as well, and especially loaded in that lengthened position, and we'll cover that when we get to the glutes, all right? So to focus on just the quads, what we wanna make sure that we're doing is lining ourselves up based on the piece of equipment that we have, right? This is the Atlantis leg press, so it's gonna ride a little bit higher for most people, which means we wanna get those feet a little bit lower, especially when you're a short king like Riley is. We wanna make sure that those legs are really low on the platform, almost to the point where those heels might be hanging off just a little bit. And then what happens is, go ahead and press, hold it in the bottom position for me. What we're always trying to do when we get onto any piece of equipment we're trying to train our quads is make sure that we're biasing this knee joint, right? And the amount of flexion that we're getting. Therefore, we're gonna get more extension out of that joint, right? Especially relative to his hip joint, right? Right now, if you look at this, you can see there's basically a similar angle at the hip joint as there is the knee joint. So for Riley, push it back up, we're gonna have to bring those feet even further down, further, so he's actually off the platform, which is something you don't have to be afraid of here, as long as you are using a weight that you can control. And now as he's bringing it down, keep going, open up your knees a little bit, boom, now he's in a position where that knee joint's just a little bit more closed off. He's gonna be working a little bit more quads, so we're biasing the quads here, all right? Now, keep going, give me one more. Now you just want to make sure that if we need to, we open up just slightly at the toes, about a 5-degree angle there, and now what happens is we can externally rotate the knee just a little bit following those toes, and it allows him to open up enough to where, boom, now we're getting that much deeper. You see how much more knee flexion we're getting than his first rep there? That's going to be a lot more quads for us, okay? That might bring in a little bit more adductor too, but that's fine, especially on a piece of equipment like this, helping us build our legs overall. Now, the only other thing that we'd want to consider here is the seat, right? That seat pad's really going to be dependent on, or that back pad should really be dependent on the individual, right? If we need it to be more comfortable for us, right, especially with somebody that has a little bit more weight and they need to be a little bit more comfortable as far as their end position is concerned, right, then maybe they want to bring that pad down a little bit. But for most of us, especially when we're trying to train quads, we probably want that extended upward just a little bit more to put us in a more favorable position for that knee flexion and knee extension, right? So if we hop out, just to give a representation of this, that was all the way down. This one's going to be up. Go ahead. Look at that knee flexion that he gets now. So that's even more, another degree or two of knee flexion, getting that seat up, and now we're pressing a little bit more linearly than if he was laying down, where he'd probably be getting a little bit more hip flexion. Does that make sense? Riley?
Makes sense to me.
Am I missing anything?
Keeping your butt down and not curving your back.
Good call. That's an important one. You got to make sure that you're keeping your butt down. So Chris, if you want to come around, when you get to this bottom point, do it the right way first, Ry. That's perfect. His ass is on the seat. He's not rounded in that spine at all. Now put your feet up so you can actually do it. And now come all the way down and like fully extend. Yeah, see, that's what we don't want. If you can see his pelvis move, watch your hand, come up and then do it again. And you can see that pelvis move. Pull and tuck under. That's where a lot of people are going. And what that's doing is putting a lot of stress on that lower spine. We obviously want to stay away from that. But other than that, I think that covers the leg press for us.